I mean, and in this way, I would say optimism is survival. It's like, well, okay, if it's all for nothing.
I think optimism is courage. If it's not naive. And one of the things I liked about your book too was that your optimism wasn't naive. And, because you had enough harsh experiences so that any naive optimism would have vanished.
Right.
Even the way you grew up. I mean, it wasn't traumatic, but it had its harshness about it.
Sure. Yeah, it was immediate. It was physical. The same hands that hugged are the same hands that could harm.
Yes, and there was also very little sign of, and maybe no sign of bitterness about that. And no sign, I didn't think of any excuses for it either. Like when you portrayed your father, like you said, he was a man who could hug and hit, and both of them were meant. And they weren't casual. I never got the impression from your book that your father's actions were casual. His physical altercations with you and your brothers. It's a different ethos. It's not an ethos that's well understood today, I would say, or one that's ever appreciated. And I suppose that's because of its harshness. But I didn't detect any sign of bitterness from you emanating towards that.
No, and I have none. While I choose to maybe give consequences to my children in different ways than my father and mother did, there was absolutely no casualness to why and when he did punish us. None. I talk about in there, the values that were instilled even by the antonyms of the words that we got in trouble for saying. To get my first butt whooping for saying I can't. Oh, geez. Okay. The thought of can't brings pain. Oh, don't think can't. Okay. You can have trouble. There's a difference. And to say the second butt whooping for saying I hate you to my brother. I didn't know what the hell I hate you meant. I heard it from older kids at school, and I thought it might be cool to throw it out there. I hate you. Well, that was at my own birthday party. My mom stopped the whole party and said, "What'd you say? You don't ever tell your brother or anyone you hate them." Bent me over right there, embarrassed the heck out of me. Again, the next one for lying. So what do I learn out of those? Don't say I can't, don't hate, don't lie. Boy, when I did those, I felt pain. So what are the antonyms of those? Love instead of hate. Understand you're having trouble, but don't believe you can't. And tell the truth, don't lie. Those are three great values. He was preparing me for, you're going to need this in life.